welcome to Live at 5 on Monday, May the 16th. We have a very special
This
guest
is take
today.
two. We're not going to tell anyone.
Yeah.
This is the second time we're doing this.
Very special guest today, Seth Stewart from Hamilton, who's been very patient.
You might have also loved A Minute in the Heights, as I did. He did some graffiti work on that.
All right, speaking of Hamilton, let's get to the news because there is a lot. Leslie Odom Jr. is our latest vlogger. We listened to you because you were asking. They were asking.
And his vlog will be called Aaron Burr, Sir, which is kind of obvious, but kind of fun.
It is
Why
fun.
not?
So good for him. My one-on-one with Zachary Levi went up today. We had a lot of fun. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I haven't watched it yet. What was your favorite thing about interviewing him? He's such a nice guy.
Well, we were having a dance party at Studio 54, so we were dancing on our seats. But then, he said that his dream role was to be in the Gene Kelly character in Singing in the Rain on Broadway. And I said to him, Derek Hough is doing it. And he's like, no, it's on. So Harvey Weinstein, there's a bit of a fight on for that.
Wow. Well, Derek Hough is not confirmed yet, so
he is
maybe
confirmed,
it's no, they never. I mean, they said it, but I don't know if there's. I don't know.
Well, anyway, there might be a chance, Mr. Levi.
We'll see.
Ruben Santiago Hudson is going to be directing Jitney on Broadway.
It's a great August Wilson play. It's one of his early plays.
Fan, isn't she?
Yeah, that's a big. We're both big August Wilson fans. But Jitney was like his first play, and then what happened is after all his Broadway success, they brought it back off Broadway at second stage. It was a big smash. That's never been to Broadway.
Anyway, so that's happening on Broadway. Jane the Virgin's
Jaime Camille.
Thank you for that.
I knew you wouldn't be able to say it. Jaime Camille. Do you have any Jaimes in London?
No.
No. Well,
well, probably. I went out with some Jamies.
Jamies, yeah. That's yeah. So can I just say a little fun fact about this guy, Jaime Camille? He is in Jane the Virgin, as you said.
Yes, but he's going to be doing Chicago.
So
Billy Flynn.
Yeah, he's going to be Billy Flynn. He was supposed to come to Broadway 11 years ago. 11 years ago, this guy was scheduled for Broadway in the Mambo Kings musical, which Sergio Trujillo choreographed, Jordan Roth produced.
It was a thing.
They did it in San Francisco. He played the Antonio Banderas role, and it shut down out of town. So I want to say congratulations, Jaime, because 11 years later, you're finally coming to Broadway.
No, it's not his Broadway. He's been on Broadway and something else.
He was?
Yes.
Fun fact.
Fun fact, whatever. Read the story.
Anyway, I'm excited to see him.
Rocky Horror is coming out at Halloween. There's a fun photograph on the site, including Annalie Ashford. So
who looks more like Cyndi Lauper.
Maybe she's like filmed her role already because she's pregnant. So maybe it's all done.
Yes, yeah.
I was just wondering about the logistics.
Oh no, they filmed it like 2 months ago.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Right, perfect. The Disaster is getting a cast album even though it's closed.
And they're going to record full songs, remember? Kevin Chamberlain told us that. So they're going to, in the show they just recorded little moments of songs. They're going to actually record the full songs.
Well, there you go. Now, our favourite show on Broadway, American Psycho. There's a take 2 up of Alice Ripley and Jennifer Damiano.
Yep, they look fabulous.
Right, cute story that you found about Ariel Jacobs. You spotted this
first.
Yeah,
I saw it on Facebook. So, Adam Jacobs plays Aladdin, obviously. His sister, Ariel, who was in Wicked recently, will be playing Jasmine in Australia.
Obviously, they're not going to play...
Obviously, Disney knows better than to cast them opposite each other, but it's funny because they're both great for those roles.
Yeah,
they're
perfect.
So anyway, she gets to do it in Australia, maybe eventually on Broadway, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When he leaves Broadway.
Yeah.
Not before. No. Just saying, everyone, bit weird. Broadway grosses, great week for Shuffle Along. Have a little look at the figures and what's going on there.
Yeah.
Odds and ends today. Barbara Streisand.
Is she an odd? She's an odd end.
She's doing Encore Movie Partners Sing Broadway. That's the name of her latest album. So that'd be fun.
What does that mean?
She's touring in August.
Movie Partners Sing Broadway.
I don't know.
People that she did movies with?
Yeah, I guess. I suggest
it's a Broadway album, though.
I suggest in the piece, though, that she just needs to ask Sierra Boggess to duet with her because Sierra's would then...
Oh my God, Sierra would lose her mind.
Spontaneously
What do you think Barbara will sing from Hamilton? Aaron Burr?
Maybe.
Maybe that'd be good.
Maybe.
Rumor happens.
Rent for Ham. That was a fabulous Ham for Ham show over the weekend. Have a little look at that. That's also odds and ends. Megan Hilty will sing for Queens. Yeah, you've just got to read odds and ends for that. CBS have tapped Stephen Pasquale.
Yeah, Stephen Pasquale's show got picked
up. And he's starring opposite Katherine Heigl.
Yeah, and it's called Doubt, which is it's not based on the Broadway play or the movie based on the Broadway play. It's a new TV show, and this is good. This is good / bad news. It's good news that he has a great job, but it's bad news because he's going to leave us.
But you can still see him off Broadway through May 29th.
Yep, May 29th, 2 more weeks.
So get down to the Robert Bridegroom. And Nigel Lindsay is going to be in Guys and Dolls in London. He's like a big stage vet.
Yeah, he's a big guy over there.
Yes.
All right, check it out of here.
Yeah.
Make way for
can you press
the much more
please?
fashionable
for Seth Stewart from Hamilton.
Oh,
no, you pressed the wrong button.
That's amazing. Just use
Wrong
that
button.
You've
anyways.
gone wrong. Press the right button.
Oh, I had a round of applause. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so you're dancer / creative director / choreographer. You've got a lot going on, Seth. haven't
Yeah,
you?
but that's all changed.
Okay, right. Hamilton.
Hamilton.
You're
Take a reflection. I'll take
in the
this
room
off.
where it happens.
I'm in the room where it happens.
How is that? Because you've obviously done a couple of Broadway shows before, but I mean, this is a hit of a generation. I mean, we're not going to see this for another 25 years.
I hope you see it for another 25 years.
No, we're not going to see another one for another 25 years. I mean, how is that to be in the middle of this storm, as it were?
It's funny because I had in interviews that I've done and just telling people we're on the inside of the house, so we're inside building and making it all happen. You know, looking out a little bit, and so everybody else is looking outside in. And for us, it's great, but we can't ever really let it go to our heads. We can't really let it affect us because there's still work to do every single night. We still have to do the show. We still have to take care of our bodies, our voices. You know, I know people are, barely getting time to see their kids or see their spouse or whatever. So,
so it's okay. You're finding it easy to stay grounded despite all the craziness going on outside?
I think that I definitely know within the cast, nobody's really taking it to their head. Everybody's taking it to heart and making it more of a responsibility to make sure that they give a great show every single night, and that the expectations are so high that you can't let people down when they come in and see the show. So all the hype and everything is great, and we love the fans, and we love all the appreciation that we get, and so we do take it to heart to make sure that the show is great every single night for the newcomers.
And I mean, you work with Lynn obviously on In the Heights.
Right.
You must be so proud of him almost with this trajectory that he's gone on. I mean, it's extraordinary.
Yeah, it's great because Lynn and I have worked together for quite some time right now, and they brought me back in with this project. Not from the workshop, but from off Broadway.
Yeah.
And Lynn is my man. Like, he's a nerd. I still think he's a nerd. I still think
he's not changed at all. He doesn't seem like he's changed, but
I mean, no. To me, Lynn is like a rap genius / nerd because, and I say nerd in an endearing way because I see how much he reads. I see how much he's continuing to learn. While writing movies, while doing 8 shows a week. I don't really get it, so I kind of watch him to see what he does. But I mean, this is kind of like the second time around with this creative team, with this family of Alex, Andy, Tommy, and Lynn.
Now you understudied David, so
Correct.
that's Marty Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson.
Yep.
You've been on, haven't you?
Been on a couple times.
So how is that as an understudy? I mean, when do you rehearse? I mean, do you have rehearsal sort of... do you refresh your memory? I mean, how does it go with that process?
So, in understudying somebody, which I think this is my first time understudying for Broadway. Yeah, it is. It can be a little bit stressful, but it's more of a nervous excitement when you know that you have to go on or you get thrown on last minute. I mean, it's great to watch David, and I've taken a lot of cues from things that he's done, and then also tried to make it my own. That's always been my thing. Is he's created a great foundation for those characters, and I was like, all right, David, I love watching him because he's got a West Coast swag. I've got an East Coast swag.
All right, then bring the East Coast.
So he's a little more laid back, and I'm a little more gritty and in your face. But I mean, he's created such a great role in everything that all of the nominations that he's got. David, you're the man. I'm stealing your stuff.
How is the rehearsal process for that? I mean, do you rehearse with other understudies to keep yourself sharp? What goes on there?
Sometimes we'll do it. We'll have a couple rehearsals with just with Alex or Tommy or his associate Patrick, and we'll do one-on-ones. And then with the Sons of Liberty, we'll do a smaller, and then it'll grow to where we will have full-on understudy rehearsals where every understudy is on the stage working with props. The stage is turning.
Figuring it out. You don't want to fall off the
It's crazy.
No mishaps there.
Yeah.
It's actually, although the set looks very simple, it's not. It's complex. Isn't it?
It's
Look at our Designing Broadway, everybody. Just say that.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's fun and it's scary at the same time. And the reason that you have to be so well prepared for this show because of the turntable is that once that spotlight comes on, you kind of lose gauge of where's the edge of the stage, where's the pit, you know, where is everybody else. I don't want to elbow anybody, so there's
have there been any on-stage mishaps that you
all
can
the
reveal?
time. I love it. For me, I mean, people trip all the time. They forget lines. That's my favorite. That's part of my favorite thing in
even
show
in Hamilton
business.
It happens.
Even in Hamilton, but that's the beauty of live theater.
Yeah.
That's why people come to see the shows, is that if somebody does fall or they slip and they get back up and they keep going, that's why people love live theater. It's they're living through it. So I just think that live theater is special in so many ways.
Now I have to ask a cheeky question, and then you'll probably tell me to shut up.
Okay.
Obviously, we all know with Broadway cast, everyone signs on for a year.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you like to stay on with the show? Can you reveal if
they know.
you're staying on the show?
They know what it is.
Yeah.
Tommy, Kale.
Yeah. So you
Jeffrey?
would like to stay on the show?
Yeah, of
You
course.
would? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to take the next step, but
Yeah.
I mean,
You're
this
enjoying the
there's
moment.
There's nothing. I'll put it like this. I was never a Broadway person. I was
Although
never
this
like
is your third show.
that, and
I want to talk.
yeah.
There's a lot of other stuff you've been doing, Madonna, J-Lo, and all of that. So, but you can't leave Hamilton right now, can you?
No, I mean it's for me, and again, this is why I love Lynn. This is why I love his shows and why I love Heights. Is I'm not a showy sort of Broadway person, and
Jazz hands.
yeah, I'm not a jazz hands sort of person, and so for me to have hip hop in live theater, you're not really gonna find that anywhere else, and so it's just in my pocket. It's what I know I can do best, and so you know, and I can still learn from it at the same time.
Now you partnered up with Chris Jackson for an album, is that right?
Yeah.
Chris Jackson, fellow Tony nominee,
What's up,
Tony
Chris?
nominee.
Yeah, Chris. We've actually been slowly working on an album since Heights.
Okay. But that's like Lynn level of.
Yeah, I mean, of
working.
course.
Still, yeah.
Chris Jackson is the only person that's ever believed in my music, ever. And
That's
until
a great
recently,
person.
yeah, and until recently, I mean, he writes for Sesame Street. He does all this amazing stuff. And somehow his wife Veronica and his kids love me, so I can go to the studio and be there and work on this album, which is predominantly funk and R&B.
Fantastic.
And so we've been working on this thing for years. That praying that it comes out soon and that people like it, and it'll be for free. I want to share the music, but. Yeah, there's a family.
Okay, now your resume is amazing. There's some of the people that you've worked with here, Seth. Madonna, J-Lo,
I can make faces live.
Mariah Carey, Chris Brown, Jay-Z.
Sorry.
Out of that lot, who's the biggest diva you've ever worked with?
The biggest diva?
I'm probably Jay-Z, I presume.
No, Jay-Z was hilarious. We were
really?
we were
funny Jay-Z story. Come on, let's hear it.
Our funny Jay-Z story. Well, actually, we were shooting in Nice, France.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we were on the Cliff Mansion, and while we were waiting to shoot, I just took off all my clothes and jumped in and went swimming.
Naked with Jay-Z? I mean,
no, not with Jay-Z.
Okay.
But on his music video shoot.
Right. Where was Beyonce and all this? Was she around?
Yeah, she was around. And because there was sort of a language barrier, the director was trying to show people like how to move or what he wanted. And I remember Jay-Z made a joke, and I won't say what it was, but it was hilarious. It was just New York in France. Diva, I won't say, because I don't really.
We're not going to go there. Will you watch Mariah Carey's reality show? Because she's doing one on E!
She has a reality show?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I love her.
We love Mariah.
She's she does.
You see, I think diva is a nice word. I mean it in the nicest possible way. But okay, we'll move on from that.
I mean, everybody's gonna say Madonna. But here's the thing. This is the thing. When
Madonna, Mariah. I mean, you know it. J-Lo. I mean, out of those three.
I mean, Madonna at the time from when I worked with her, which was for a year, and we had rehearsals for 2 months. She's the hardest working woman in show business. One of the hardest working people. Forget women. One of the hardest working people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Period. And
she
has her
very
things,
precise as well. I mean, with
look,
what she needed from everybody.
She's the queen.
She's the queen.
You can't say anything.
She is the queen.
Yeah.
Now, do you still teach at Broadway Dance Centre?
I do.
Can people go and stalk you, basically?
Yeah, they can stalk me on social media, I guess. I do teach a little bit at BDC, but I'm really making that transition from being known as solely a dancer. I mean, I've sang music. I've made music for. The past 8 years, and so I'm really making this transition right now from dancer into more actor and
Well, you are doing it in the most nominated show of all time. time.
All time.
So that's, it's a place to be. So Seth Stewart from Hamilton, thank you very much for joining us today. If you can get a ticket to Hamilton,
do the lottery.
Sounds like
if you can't get a ticket, do the lottery.
And it sounds like he might be there for a little while. So
yes.
You do have a good chance to see Seth. So thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Live at Fivers, for joining today. We will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye bye.